Thanks for stopping by to my Jbird here. Okay, I'm in white, and this is my program set at 2200. It's at its high level. It's a 2200 program. It's the highest it goes. It's not a bot. It's my program. But I did play the bots all week, and I thought, well, let's go back and play my program and play against the 2200 like I've been playing my bots. Instead, now we'll just go right at this. And what I learned from playing the bot, I tried some moves and played the game like if I was playing the bot, but this ain't the bot. So you understand that now. And I'll show you a couple pointers that it taught me how to pick things up. But I used the arrows when I played the bots, when I was playing the bots. So anyway, I'm in white, and this is called jbird, knight's bird, donna's bird, rook, bishop, castle. And let's get into this right now with a d3, d5, e3, e5, h3, c6, a3, f6, d2, d6, and e2. And like I said, this is the Jbird. I came up with this back in 1977. So I'll have to start mentioning that again. So when we start seeing these games that no arrows, no program taught me this. I created this back in 1977. Okay, after e2, castle, g4. This is another approach the same way. Even back in the day of the Deep Fritz 8 in 2010, this was my opening continuation right here. Similar. After g4, he goes e4. I go c3. Now, from playing the bot all week, and it taught me, I didn't want to get impatient to always bring up the knight. And I've been doing it in these games, it works. And now, after learning this, after so many games, I don't even need to see the arrow no more. I'm going to move my knight there. It's right timing. Okay, after c3, e6, I move up b5, and it also showed me that I can come down here to go after this bishop, and if not, I end up coming back. And if he pushes, then I learn I take over here with the knight, and it goes on. There's continuation way that way. So I already know what can go either way here. But I picked it up and learned it off the bot. After b5, a6, of course I take the bishop, d6, d6 takes, and now d4. Now that, like I've been saying in my videos, I like to lock things up. And even though you would think, well, but now since I got this here is pretty strong right here. What you got going right here. Let's check it out. After d4, h8, h4, and that's the key pawn right here. You push this pawn up, not this one, this one. And I think my problem, I've been always kept pushing this one up all the time. But this is the one that needs to get pushed. After h4, b5, h5. He goes h6, h3. Now, normally I can't get my rook here in this square to come over here for the rook lift, but I can get it here. No black bishop. The pawn's here. Excellent. After h3, d7, g3, b6, g5. Now I start the attack. After g5, g5 takes, g5 takes, and f6. Back to g3, a4. I have to bring my queen over c1. When I saw that, it's like, oh man, that's right. I forgot this pawn should have been here. So if he pushes this one down or anything, I could just automatically pass. After c1, b6, then I push it up, b3. I need to get that taken care of. So if he pushes this pawn, I'm passing. If he tries to run this one down, I'll pass. After b3, f5. The queen back over, d1. E8, and now G4. I picked this up along the way too now. It helped me. Now I just remember it from now on when I play my games. Is when you can get up there, get it up, because the queen's going to move up here. After G4, he goes H7. Now I go into the knight's bird. Now you see the knight's bird with the knight and the bishop. After E2, F5. I go back H3. He goes F6. Now the knighty up, F4. D8. Into the Donna's bird. Now here is the Donna's bird right here. The queen and the bishop. After E2, F6. I castle. Rook, bishop, castle. Right here. Now after this point, it's about 8 or 9 moves to a checkmate. I'm not sure if it's all forced, but let's continue on. After the castle, he goes D6. I have to stop this. He's threatening to come down here and make a mess of it. And it's like, well, do I have enough time if he starts sacrificing pieces here and starts coming down here with the knight? Okay, so I go on after B4. He goes C4. You see, now he's threatening pieces. But I'm not worried about it. There's no check here. If he takes this, I'm not even worried about all this right now. I'm focused over here. After C4, I go G1. I'm just hoping I have enough time to do what I have to do, and hoping that there's not enough here for him to come down here and spoil it. After G1, he goes G8. And look at this. I thought, wow, there's a smothered mate. Now he takes, I take, he can't take. Then the queen could come over here and say check. Let's see. After G8, check. G6. G6 takes. G6 takes. He has to move out because there's a check coming and be a smothered mate. He goes D8. I go H5. G8. H7. F8. H8. And I'm so thrilled about how I got this playing the bot all week long, you know, before I go to work, at my breaks, you know, I'm really trying to study, remember moves, and it's like, and this is the third game against my program, 2200 here. I mean, I lost the first two, but they were interesting, and I knew I was going to find it. It has to be here. And on this third game, right out of the box, I'm beating it. You see it right here, right out of the box. After H8, E7, G7 check, E8, and there's mate. All right, let me quick go back over this. And like I said, the bot games, me playing the bot, and I did use the analysis, the arrow, but I never used it before in my life, you know, with none of my games before. And now it's cool to use the arrows. It's actually helped me to remember moves. I play games and I can't remember the last game I played or how I was supposed to think. But now, because I use the arrows, it's helped me actually remember moves, what I'm supposed to do, like this. I remember what to do, and you take it. And then I kind of mix it up because I already know closing this off is a good thing. Already, you got time. And the game goes on, and I know about this over here. There's a lot right here happening. And that was the key, was to keep pushing this pawn up, all the way up. Then I knew I needed help. There's not enough here. And I see my rook left. And this is what I learned about this situation here and these pawns. Before, with d fritz 8, I had my rook here. But in this typical situation, I had room to get the rook left up here. And the game would go on. He threatens. Of course, I move back. Then I seen that. Then I had to lose tempo a little bit to come back. He jumps back. Then I push the pawn. Now it's set. I've said, man, I'm glad this happened the way it did. Game goes on. I knew I had to get that up. Just didn't even get, I didn't care if I traded off. I just had to get this queen up out of here. And the knight. And I saw, well, getting a knight to come up here to help out. I move back. What's he going to do? I move the knight up. Then the queen into the donna's bird. Then the rook bishop castle. I had to stop that. Anytime you got to protect, you got to protect. You got to stop what you're doing and make sure you protect yourself. He comes down, and I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, I really think I got enough time. I run my rook over here. It's like, this is going down. I got a check coming. If he takes it, what does he do? It's like, wow, wait, I got a smothered mate. No, he can take it. And I don't see the whole end game here yet still. I don't see it. He takes, I take, and then once that happened like that, I saw this queen could come over here. He moved down. I said, well, I'm wondering why he did that. Oh, because it'd be a smothered mate. Again, check. And still, I'm seeing, I'm not calculating to the end. I'm just playing the game. A check. He can't go there. I'm getting another check. Oh, and he still can't go there. It's like, oh, great. And then another check. And it just fell all in place. Okay, thanks for stopping by. And I'm going to have those bot games up where I'm playing the bots using the analysis. But after a while, I wasn't using those lines, those arrows. And I was only averaging maybe 2 or 3 arrows. And I'll explain more when we get to those games. Thanks for stopping by.